Well, thanks for staying with us on the program this morning. Our next conversation is one that's centered on the Edo by-elections. Joining us as guest, actually from Edo State, is the African Democratic Congress Senatorial Candidate for Edo Central, Honorable Sergius Ogun. Hello, Honorable. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Now, let's talk to you on the by-elections, and particularly from the angle of an opposition legislative election. You have concerns on interference from the incumbent. What's your confidence in opposition as you look to vie for the senatorial seat?
There's no reason why any person of sound mind will vote for APC. And that accounts for why they are jittery right now. In another 3.5 hours from now, or 2.5 hours, I should say, we have a rally in Iroa, and nobody is allowing us to use their property. We have already made arrangement yesterday night and all, but today now, everybody is saying they do not want their houses or their hotels to be demolished. So we have to try and move that rally to a place where that's not so accessible, but somehow someone that is willing to give us the property. That should not be the case. If they are not jittery, if they know the people are with them, they will not resort to that kind of crude behavior. So positive.
So very positive. Honorable Sergius, so that we understand you correctly, are you insinuating that there is sort of order from the executive to these public space owners not to allow your party access in terms of your proposed rally?
Well, I cannot say that because I do not like accusing people falsely, but I do not understand why we have made arrangement and suddenly this morning nobody is allowing us to use their property. So it can only mean one thing. It can only mean one thing. Either they have been intimidated or there's been a precedent that such things will happen. I know a case of somebody who I had spoken to support me, and the person was willing, and a week after, the person crossed because the person had sent me a message saying that he's been threatened that his hotel will be demolished. And he's everywhere. There was a guy that came to see me on the day of our primary. We drove to his hotel together. And the guy says, I will work for you. I will deliver my word. I will deliver my local government. That's the very next week because the guy. So the point I'm making here is I'm not even concerned about them because they are all desperate people. If they are sure that they will win, they are in Abuja, the presidency, they are in the state house in Benin, as in government house, and they are in the local government now, which they forcefully took over. Yet they are scared. Why are they scared? If they have governed the people well, why would they be scared? So I am very positive that if there is a level playing field, there is a free and fair election, by 12 noon we will be done, election will be over. Thank you.
Now, your constituency is one of two in Edo State where by-elections are to be conducted on Saturday, August 16th. However, you voiced some of your concerns in terms of a lack of access to key facilities to help with your campaign. Now, and I don't know if this is just perceived from your angle under the ADC. Do you know of any other political parties that are sharing the same sentiments you're sharing over an alleged interference of the incumbent in forestalling your access to these facilities?
They cannot stop us. The law is not on their side. And it's just that most of our people that will come out, they were aware we were going to use yesterday, by this morning we have to go back and start reaching them. That's not a problem at all. I just want to focus on talking to the people. So what they are doing is irrelevant.
Now 10 days to go, and your focus is now on the electorates. What can the people of Edo Central expect from you as a candidate representing them in the Senate?
A lot. I come as somebody who has represented 2 local governments in the National Assembly. And now I am running for Senate covering 5 local governments. I can tell you for free that my reputation precedes me. I go to the 3 other local governments that I did not represent. People know me. They tell me what you did in the local governments, the other constituency you represented before, please come and replicate them in our constituency. And I have a whole lot to do. But one of my priorities is to link communities with access roads. In ASAN, the senatorial, our market days are every 4 days. And if you have access roads linking the communities, it will mean that people can bring out, because we are largely an agrarian community, people can bring out their farm produce and then access the markets. It also means that villages can trade amongst themselves. In so doing, you are creating wealth in the community. So there will be no need for this rural-urban drift. People can stay within their locality and make money and grow. That's how it used to be. And in that way, you can curb some of the insecurity that has plagued our senatorial. So for me, the focus is on the people. I've done this before, and I will do much more now, having a more bigger, a larger platform to reach out to our people. The days where people lose their harvest, by the grace of God, will be gone. Even though I'm not going for an executive position, I have planned to bring certain bills that will help curb some of those things. I've also planned to bring in private sector to mitigate against these losses. So for me, creating wealth in the community is one thing that's very important to me, and I have records to show that there's a whole lot we can do to improve the lot of our people.
Now, much like you've said, you're not a first-timer to the National Assembly, and this quest to be a representation for more than 3 local governments, taking it down to 5, is one that is born on a platform of the ADC. I don't know if you agree that this election might be also a litmus test for Edo people, particularly with the coalition gaining grounds on the ADC platform. Do you see this as a crucial elections as to what the ADC can do going forward in other elections beyond the by-election?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have hit the ground running, and I'm even surprised by the response I get from people, from both the major parties. There are people that are very unhappy with the party in government, very, very unhappy people, because of the way the economy is right now, because of the way they have been treated, and most of them said they have been used and dumped, and then they will pay the government back, the government in power in Edo State. Then for the other party, my former party, the PDP, well, they're in disarray right now, and I do not say that to discourage them or say it in a negative way. The crisis in the party, I do not see that abating before 2027. And they know it. They know it, and they have said they are not going to waste their votes, because now they are in court. And as you know, Labour Party right now can't even present a candidate. Unfortunately, these are parties I have associated with. I don't like it. I'm not happy with it. That is why ADC has come to rescue Nigeria. Nigerians can see this clearly. A situation where you have the government in power and they do not want opposition. So ADC has come to rescue the situation, and people have embraced ADC because of this. And that is why I'm very certain that we are going to win this election.
Now, Honorable, you've mentioned quite some of the issues and infightings in parties like your former party, the PDP, and the Labour Party. But one party which might have an external backing is the APC, which is now being backed by federal might. I listened to part of the campaigns by your governor, the Edo State governor, Monday Okpebolo, who said that the party might be guaranteed a 95% victory in this by-election. Do you think that federal might be the deciding factor come Saturday, August 16th?
Well, for the fact that they are in government and they haven't governed well is a major setback for them. And like I said before, that is why they are jittery. If they are certain that the people are with them, For once, let there be a free and fair election. It's very simple. If you are sure that the people are with you and you have governed well, then do not manipulate anything. Do not harass people. Do not intimidate people. Go out there. Let the people show you love. I can tell you for free, if there's a free and fair election on Saturday, the people of A will show me so much love that by 12 noon, this election will be over and I will be declared the winner. I can tell you that for free. So if he is saying that they will get 95%, under what circumstances is that going to happen? Is it the same people we are talking to? Or he's talking to aliens?
Now, I'd also like to find out your position in terms of the view on the preparedness of the electoral umpire INEC. How satisfied are you with the preparation thus far?
Well, I wouldn't know. There was a stakeholders meeting last week, and we sent people to attend. Where is it basically, I've won elections before. They basically tell you what to prepare for and all that. But you see, INEC has turned out to be a sore thumb in our electoral processes so far in this country, and I hope they will turn a new page, because it's disheartening that an agency of government that we have spent taxpayers' money on will not be independent, and people cannot be sure of what they will get. You can't spend so much of government money on an agency, and yet they cannot be independent. So what I want Nigerians to do, all Nigerians should stand up against this. Enough of glitches, enough of not taking materials to certain places, because what we have heard is that what they do at times in by-elections like this, they don't send materials to certain places in connivance with the government in the states. Either the materials don't get there early or they don't send materials at all, and yet they will declare results in such places. But I will tell you that if they try that in this election, we will expose them, because we have an app to handle all that. We are prepared for them.
Now I listened to you in some of your, what I call them, campaign points, where you were speaking to the Edo people as to why they should vote for you. A number of them harped on agricultural initiatives. You'll be going up against one of a strong contenders who has a history in agriculture in Edo State, a former commissioner, Prince Joe Okoje, who is also a foe of yours from your former party, the PDP. What do you make of this race going up against, would I call him a former friend or a foe, in your words now?
Again, it's not an issue. I have said this in a previous interview, that if we were in a climb where election is based on performance, I would not even campaign. I would be sleeping, and on my bed, I would win the election. Because two of my opponents right now from the two other major parties have been commissioners, advisors, and have managed local government. One was the local government chairman. The other one produced the last 3 local government chairmen in his local government. So the thing will be, what did they do while they were in government? This is the time to show your record. Show your scorecard. What did you do? Simple. So let our records, we should allow our records speak for us. So that's what I'm saying. I will not be campaigning. For my records are there for even the blind to see. But unfortunately, people are not talking about that. It's how much money you have in your pocket and who is backing you and all that. But for once, let's just check our records. So if we're talking about records, there will be no need for me to talk, because record is there. My record is there, staring at everybody. Let them show some people what they did while they served in government. Simple.
Now, Honorable, it's quite equivocal that most politicians be judged on their blueprints and previous records. But another key factor is party structures. Much like you said, two of your opponents have structures, having served as commissioners in past administrations. For the ADC, would you regard the party as being strong enough at the grassroots, or are we seeing a relatively new ADC in Edo? What's your position on that?
Well, like you know, ADC is relatively, it's been on ground, but maybe the structure is not as strong, but it's no longer about structure or about the political party. It's now about the individual. And like most people will tell me, I am a household name in this land. There's no village, no matter how remote it is, that they have called my name and they will not know me. That's a huge asset for me. And then also look at the fact that 2022-2023, we had a certain Peter Obi came out under Labour Party. And as you remember, some people said that Labour Party members were just 4 people tweeting in the room. But you can remember what happened in that election. So that clearly has shown that when people are in love with a candidate, irrespective of the structure, the people now become the structure. Irrespective of the political party, they become the structure. We saw that happen with the obedience. The young people were calling their parents at home to vote for Labour Party. Parents never heard of Labour Party before they voted for Labour Party. That's exactly what is going to happen in my election next week, Saturday. People are already reaching out to their parents back home to say, look, we know this man, we know his record. ADC, this is the symbol of ADC. Go out and vote for ADC. And what will surprise the party in government, people will reject their money. There's hunger. They have weaponized hunger in this country, but we're going to shame them.
Honorable Sergius Ogun, I must thank you for taking our time to join the conversation. I believe that you have done your homework in terms of campaigns of the grassroots, and your conviction about the choice of ASAN people come next Saturday. We'll look at the polls, would follow it. Our reporters would also beam live correspondence as the elections continue to unfold. We wish you all the best. I hope we reconvene here to also discuss the outcome of the elections come next Saturday.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the rest of your day, Honorable Sir.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.